There comes a time in every woman's life when she realizes the most powerful weapon she holds is not her voice, not her tears, not even her love. It's her silence. Not the kind of silence that screams weakness, not the silence that begs for attention. No, this silence that begs for attention. No, this silence that begs for attention. No, this silence is sacred. It is calm. It is deliberate. It is a silence that speaks louder than any words ever could. You tried to fix it. You tried to love harder. You gave more than you had. You forgave when he didn't deserve it. You swallowed your pride, compromised your worth, and dimmed your light just so he could shine. But in the end, he mistook your softness for stupidity, your patience for permission, your loyalty for leverage. And you kept explaining yourself, didn't you? You kept arguing, pleading, trying to make him understand the damage he was doing, trying to get him to see you, truly see you. Not the woman he constructed in his imagination, not the version of you he could control, but the real you, the woman with a voice, with dreams, with fire in her heart. But he didn't listen, he didn't care to, because his ego was louder than your truth. So now you choose silence, not because you're scared, not because you have nothing left to say, but because your peace is no longer up for negotiation, because you realized that no explanation will ever be enough for someone who's committed to misunderstanding you. You understood, finally, that silence isn't a retreat, it's a revolution, and when you stop reacting, that's when he starts reflecting. You see, men like him thrive on attention. They feed on the drama, the chaos, the constant need to win. Your anger gives him fuel. Your words give him control. But your silence, it gives him nothing. It starves his ego. It chokes his power. It leaves him standing in a storm of his own making, with no one left to blame. You don't need revenge. You don't need closure. You don't need to scream to be heard. Sometimes the greatest comeback is moving on in quiet dignity, smiling without explanation, healing without apology, glowing without permission. Because your silence isn't the absence of strength, it's the embodiment of it. It's proof that you've grown beyond the need to prove anything. You are not here to fix broken men who make a game out of breaking you. You are not here to carry someone's insecurities while they crush your confidence. You are not here to beg for respect you already earned. Let him wonder why you stopped calling. Let him notice your absence, in the spaces where your presence used to light up everything. Let him scroll through memories of you, and feel the emptiness that now surrounds him. Let him be haunted by your silence. He'll try to provoke you, to pull you back into his chaos. He'll throw guilt at you like daggers. He'll call you cold, heartless, selfish. But remember, these are the words of someone who lost control over you. They're not truths, they're tantrums. He's not mourning the loss of your love. He's mourning the loss of his power. And while he battles his ego, you rise, you build, you heal, you rediscover the parts of yourself that you buried to keep the peace. You remember what it feels like to laugh from your soul, to sleep without anxiety, to dance alone in your room with no one watching, no one judging, to breathe without the weight of someone else's pride crushing your spirit. You stop looking back, not because the memories don't hurt, but because the future ahead deserves your full attention. You are not a prisoner of your past. You are the architect of your peace. You are the author of your healing. Let him drown in his ego. Let him wrestle with his illusions. Let him taste the silence he once thought meant nothing. One day, he will look around and realize that the silence he took for granted was the last thread holding his fantasy together. One day, he'll scroll through your photos and see a woman who is glowing without him. A woman who didn't just survive the storm, she became it. A woman who stopped asking, why did he treat me like this? And started asking, why did I allow it for so long? You see, it's not the goodbye that breaks a man like him. It's the unbothered silence that follows. Because silence is power. Silence is freedom. Silence is freedom. Silence is self-respect, screaming at the top of its lungs without ever saying a word. And for the first time, it's not about him. It's about you, your peace, your energy, your joy. So don't text him. Don't explain. Don't argue. Don't try to make him understand what he never cared to learn. Let your silence be your boundary. Let it be your weapon. Let it be your revolution. The loudest woman in the room isn't the one raising her voice. It's the one who has nothing left to prove, nothing left to chase, nothing left to fix. And when he finally realizes what he lost, it will be too late. Not because you want revenge, but because you've found peace. And peace doesn't beg to be heard. Peace doesn't scream. Peace doesn't chase validation. Peace just exists, quietly, confidently, completely. So walk away in silence, and let him sit with the sound of everything he destroyed. Let your absence echo in the hollowness of his ego. Let your silence remind him of everything he thought he could live without. Because in the end, it wasn't your tears that could break him. It wasn't your anger, your pain, your pleas. It was your silence, that beautiful, unwavering, unstoppable silence. And that is how you rise.